Welcome to ProjectME, the podcast. I'm your host, Tiffany Carter, the founder of ProjectME, multimillionaire entrepreneur, former TV newscaster, money-making expert, female empowerment speaker, and self-proclaimed office supply addict. My mission is to take the mystery out of making big money. Every week on ProjectME, the podcast, I'll share success tips, strategies, and stories from other entrepreneurs, experts, and millionaires, showing you exactly how you can achieve your most exceptional life. Now let's get to it. Exciting announcement for all of my listeners. I've officially opened my exclusive group, the ProjectME Passive Income Posse, to the public. This group is by application only, so we can keep the group high vibe and spend our time, energy, and expertise only helping those of you who truly want massive success and impact. You get live weekly trainings from me, special guest coaches, and direct access to me and my business partner for all of your questions. To learn more and apply, go to projectmewithtiffany.com, click on Work With Me, and select ProjectME Posse. And of course, any questions, feel free to DM me at ProjectME with Tiffany. Welcome to ProjectME with Tiffany Carter, the podcast and posse. I'm your host, Tiffany, and let's talk about the most common cause of death of entrepreneurs. The most common cause of death of businesses in the world is the inability for the brand, the owner, the service provider, the employees to connect with their ideal client's emotions. Yes, it's not even necessarily that, you have a bad sales strategy or even a bad product. It's the inability to connect with the person who you're meant to be serving and helping. If you can't do that, you are not going to get customers, period. Or you might get like the one and done. They buy one thing from you because maybe the product is so niched, right? That, I have to have this sponge that does 80 different things or something like that. But then they never buy again. You have to create an emotional bond between yourself and that ideal client of yours. And it doesn't matter what industry, because I know I have people from all different industries and niches that listen, from my healthcare professionals to people in finance, accounting, coaches, fitness, wellness, network marketing, real estate, people of brick and mortar restaurants, hotels, service-based providers. It does not matter. This is across the board. I have done this sort of work and coaching and training with large pharmaceutical companies, health supplement companies, physician groups, hospitals. I've coached over 1,500 people one-on-one, over 100,000 in group settings. I'm saying all that so listen up. This is what's up. This is where the money's at. This is why I'm known for teaching my emotional-based sales techniques. This is the root of it. If you listen to any episode on here, aside from all of my mindset and emotion-based episodes, those you need to keep listening to over and over again, because you know what I say. You can't out-strategize a broken mindset. But as far as a practical strategy-based episode, this one is it. I need you to get it in your head, because you're almost going to have to retrain your brain, because for some reason, I think it must happen in school or society or somewhere people have picked it up. I did too when I started my first business 12 years ago. Most business owners put 90% of the emphasis and attention to detail on the product and services they offer, and only 10% of their resources towards understanding and connecting with their ideal client. That is 1,000,000% backwards. Now, I'm not saying, put 90% into understanding and connecting with your ideal client, and then the scraps just go to your product, your service offerings. No, but I'm saying 70% of your effort and your resources, meaning what you spend money on learning how to do, what you spend money on, which would only build that connection and intimacy and like no trust factor with your ideal client, what you spend your own resources, meaning your time and your energy and your heart and compassion and your your energetic shifts towards. I would say it's 70% of the time has to be towards this. And then 30% can be creating products, service offerings, and things that best serve those people. Otherwise, you know what happens? If you're not truly connected with someone, you're going to end up creating shit that they don't absolutely crave, want, need, and makes them feel heard and understood. And oh my God, thank God someone created this. This is exactly what I wanted, packaged in the exact way. Thank you so much. I can't wait until you have the next thing that's coming out to buy. I'm excited to buy from you. In order to create excited buyers where you're not chasing people down in the DMs, waiting for when that next sale is going to be, right? Having kind of that desperate energy and having to mind fuck yourself out of that so you don't come across like desperate for getting a client. In order to have those strangers connect with you and then end up being excited to buy from you on a consistent basis where you're no longer having to sit there and feel like you're selling and you're drowning and having all these, programs and things that no one's signing up and it fills you with self-doubt and it feels like crap. You need to spend more time focusing on those people and how they tick and what they need and what they believe will help them. Because people only buy what they believe they need. Yes, this is going to be something I'm going to keep repeating ad nauseum until you hear my crazy ass voice in your head, because I want you to get it. I wish someone told me this. No one told me this. Nobody. And I went through high-end training when I was a pharmaceutical sales rep. I mean, they invested $100,000 in each new person they hired at Merck. And it was incredible training. Don't get me wrong. I had semi-privates with Tony Robbins. I mean, that's nuts. Zig Ziglar, for those of you who remember him, 10 weeks sequestered living in a Marriott, where it was, the best of the best sales trainers coming in. And now I'm the one who's coming in as sales trainers to these people, which is kind of cool. Funny how things go full circle. And they taught me so much, but the thing that they didn't teach, and probably because there were some limitations, and regulatory restrictions given what space that is, like you see in finance, legal, and in, medical, is the people. It's the people. It's the people. I don't care what it is you're selling. You're a tank top, a hat, jewelry, accounting services, a health supplement, a shake, a workout, business coaching, for you to listen to a podcast. It is every single thing is an emotional sell, you guys, all of it. You're listening right now because you are emotionally connected and attracted to me. Otherwise, you wouldn't have even gotten this far in the episode. You found me through a friend who you trusted, and who you liked. And they said, you've got to listen to this girl. And whatever they said about me, probably something along the lines of like, she's crazy, she tells funny stories, and she's straight up, and you actually get like real value, like she should be charging for the shit she sells. And she tells you exactly what to do. And there's no like Polly the influencer vibes at all. So probably you got something like that and you're like, ooh, I want that. I want to hear from a real person who's going to tell me and not just speak in circles and it be vague. And in order for me to really learn how to do something and move the needle in my business, I have to buy some of her shit. Because that's the thing that pissed me off about the coaching market is they would give you like a little nugget. But if you really wanted to learn it, then you've got to buy my course for $197. It's like, yeah, you've got to buy shit from me if you really want to go all in. Abso-freaking-lutely. But I also highly believe in serving you. Like my free offerings are a supplement to your core of going all in when you buy any of my, programs, products. You're part of the ProjectME Posse group coaching membership. You do a 90-minute private with me. You're one of my exclusive 2-month private coaching clients. You're in selling, you do my Selling with Soul program, whatever it may be. This is a supplement, like a daily supplement, like you would take a vitamin or you would take, B12. I think it's B12 that I'm being told to take, or is it B6? And why are there so many B's and there's only one C? Have you guys ever thought about that? It's really weird. Is it B12? I think it's B6 that I'm on. I guess it's for something with energy. I don't know, but it makes my pee like fluorescent yellow. It's very weird. It's like, what's going on in there? So I think you're getting what I'm saying in that everything is an emotional cell. So here is how you're going to learn how to do this for your own ideal client. Because we all have different ideal clients. For some of you, I'm your ideal client, right? You guys are obviously my ideal clients or you wouldn't be listening to the episode. This is why I have every single person I work with name their ideal client. Remember, it doesn't have to be that serious. Mine is Sally Sandabs, after my favorite fish dish at my favorite fish restaurant. And if I remember when this episode goes out, I took a screenshot because they're now delivering, because you still can only eat outside at restaurants in Los Angeles. And they're now delivering. And like, there's good old Sally Sandabs on the DoorDash menu. And I smile every time. So it's not that serious. No one needs to know the name of your ideal client. I share it for teaching purposes. I think it's very helpful when you're new to doing this to name your ideal client after an ideal client you have already helped serve, even if you've helped that person for free, or it's a cousin of yours you've helped, or the person's paid you. That it's irrelevant. But I want you to have an image of that person in mind. I know so many of you are visual learners, which is why, in my content that you see on Pinterest, on LinkedIn, inside my Secret Posse email that goes out once a week, which you're crazy to not be on that list. That's a whole separate set of unique, fresh content that you won't see anywhere else. That's at ProjectMeWithTiffany.com/secret posse. ProjectMeWithTiffany.com/secret posse. The focus there is money, mindset, manifestation, but you get unique in a really fun way. Like if you want to see an email that you actually want to read, you want to sign up. I keep it short, simple. There's gifts. It's funny. It's to the point. There's mantras. There's affirmations. There's emojis. And you just get it once a week. You need to do it. You need this in your life. So go sign up for that. I think the link's also in my Instagram bio at ProjectMeWithTiffany, but just remember it is ProjectMeWithTiffany.com/secret posse. What was my fucking point? I have no idea. Oh, yes, I do. Okay. So I want you to name this person, and I want you to have your ideal client be as close of a relationship as your bestie is. So your bestie, when you come across like a mug at, you're at some store and you come across a mug that has some saying on it, they're like, oh my God, I'm dead. My bestie would like die for this. And you take a picture and you text it to her. We've all done it. Maybe you do it with your significant other, right? That's how well you need to know your ideal client in your head. You see a funny meme, your ideal client would find it hysterical. You see a movie or you read a book and you're like, wow, Sally Sandabs, she would really appreciate this book. This book would really work for her, right? This is why so many of you say, how in the hell are you in my head? Are you like spying on me? Are you in my house? It's because it is my job. It's my duty. It's my humble honor to know you guys so well as I know my best friend. It takes time to build that muscle because it can kind of seem weird because it's like having an imaginary friend. Maybe it's a little easier for me as an only child. And I have only child. Both of my parents were only children. And right now I only have one living relative. So I had a lot of alone time with my Barbie dream house and my Legos. So, and all my stuffed animals. So it is probably a little easier for me to really tap into that imaginary friend. But you all have it in you too, because I know you care so much. So I want you to start. This is an exercise where you can scroll. That's not a waste of your time. This is not going in the scroll hole. So this is a true scrolling exercise that's going to help you get deeper into the head and connect with your ideal client. I want you, before you start scrolling, to drop in and really go picture and envision your ideal client on his or her on a shitty day. On a shitty day. That problem, that niche, that issue that you help them solve, alleviate, improve in their lives, it's like at an all-time worst situation. How is that? Write it down. What does that mean they're feeling? Does it mean that they're feeling defeated? They're feeling fat and disgusting? They're feeling like they'll never make any money. They're feeling like I'm going to quit and like run away and move somewhere else because I can't be at this job one more day and I don't know how to get my side hustle going. Is it that they're filled with self-doubt, anxiety, uncertainty? What is it? I want you to write it all down and be really blunt and get inside their head. What kind of things are they saying to themselves in their head? What kind of nasty inner bully talk are they saying to themselves in their head? And be really blunt. Don't try to use like pretty eloquent words that sound nice. None of us really think with big words. There are some people and some of you listening that may do that. It's usually like my highly intellectual, high education people that think this way. So a lot of my psychologists, therapists, healthcare professionals. This is very common because you guys have gone through so much schooling and you guys end up hanging out with one another. So you use words like, oh, I'm feeling exacerbated. It's like, no one thinks that. They go, I am tired as fuck, right? No one thinks I'm exhausted. That's not normal, right? So I want you to you've got to get almost really crude with it, right? Like, I just want to hide in bed. I want to hide in bed all day and not come out. And I don't even want to get up and deal with the world. Maybe your ideal client is a mom and it's like, I don't want a mom today. I just don't want to do it. I really don't. I don't even want to do it. I want to wake up my kid late because I don't even want to deal with my kid. And now I feel like the world's most horrible mother and I shouldn't be a mother if I'm even having those thoughts, because it should be a pure pleasure and joy to be a parent. There's so many people who can't have kids and here I have kids. I want you to go down that whole crazy thought path that all of us have on our crap days. That's where you can really connect. It's not as important on the great days because people are hiring you because you're helping them alleviate, you're helping them lessen and helping them solve a problem. How they are on their best days, no one really makes changes when you're at your best. You just don't. You don't. You might buy things when you're in your best state. So if you have a niche of maybe I would say even workout products, workout gear, you have to really think about it. Does your ideal client buy stuff like that when they're at their worst state or when they're like feeling good about themselves? You have to ask yourself, because there's certain niches where people are more inclined to buy when they're feeling good. Like if I felt really fat and disgusting, I would not buy a workout outfit on that day. That wouldn't make me feel better. Would I buy workout equipment? Like, I don't know, 2 weeks ago, I felt disgusting. And so now I ended up with a set of 3 workout bands from Amazon. Of course, the color got me because one of the bands is purple. Of course, it's the hardest fucking band. You know how like the bands have different, I don't know what it's called, strengths. And then like the hardest one, which, you know, a lot of gyms are those like bands that snap and then you end up with like a scar for life. I have like scars all over my legs from those bands. And it's always like the black one usually. That's the strongest that you never use. And I was like, oh my God, it's like purple, aqua, and this like really cool, like dusty pink. I'm like, oh my God, this is my vibe. These are my colors. I must have these. And I'm feeling fat and disgusting. And now every time after I do cardio, I'm going to make myself use these bands even 5 minutes a day. And it comes with a booklet and it's really easy to do. Oh my God, I've not used them once. And the purple band's the hardest. Like I can barely open my legs with the purple. I'm like, of course. Thank you so much. And I've not used them yet. But that's the psychology behind that, right? So if I was selling something like that, you want to go deep into that ideal client. When are they most inclined to buy, right? And I want you to write down the emotional state that they're in when they're looking to buy that. And I'm telling you, I don't care if you're in a profession that's less obvious. Maybe you're a lawyer. Maybe you're a copyright lawyer. And it's like, okay, well, your ideal client that's willing to pay for a lawyer. Lawyers are kind of like insurance. You've had to have been screwed before or paid a price before you get a lawyer way before you need one, or buy insurance way before you need one. Or you just have had to have grown up with lawyers or insurance people and had it drilled into your head for a long time, right? So your ideal client has either recently been screwed, something happened, or they have on a bad day or on a hard day, they're afraid of being screwed over or something like that. So you've got to go after that pain point. I hope this is making sense to you guys. If you're finding this episode helpful, do me a favor, take a screenshot, tag me at ProjectME with Tiffany, share it on your Instagram and Facebook stories. This helps me know if you really, really loved an episode and you found it extra helpful, so then I can create more content around it so I can help you guys further. I love seeing also connecting with the listeners, but that really, really helps out. Plus it also grows the show, and I will reshare as many as I can inside my Instagram stories and tag you, which then will help you get more followers. Fun fact. I don't know if you guys knew that. Okay. So then I want you to drop into that emotional state, right? That lower vibe emotional state of your ideal client. A lot of times it's a former version of yourself. Not always, but a lot of times. And then I want you to go to the Explore page. You can do it on Pinterest too. It doesn't have to be Instagram. I don't really want you doing this on Facebook. This exercise doesn't work as well on Facebook, especially right now with all the political crap that's on Facebook. Like, I really just don't want you scrolling on Facebook. So do this in Instagram Explore, or you can do it on Pinterest. And by the way, make sure you follow me on Pinterest, ProjectME with Tiffany. Legit fresh stuff on there too. Like, you'll love it. I think I have like 40, 50,000 monthly visitors on my Pinterest. Anyway, so I want you to start scrolling as your ideal client. You're her, you're him, right? That's why I want you to name them. You're Lily, you're Tanisha, you're Joe, whatever. I want you to start scrolling as though you are that person in that state. And notice what content you gravitate to. What do you click on? What do you not only click on, but you read? What do you click on, read, and comment? What really draws you in? And then I want you to assess what it is about it. What topics? What colors? What fonts? What format? What about it? And I want you to notice even the ads that come across, right? The Instagram ads that come across. What's made you click? You can even, Amazon's more of a search engine when you go on there, but maybe you could even explore, if you're someone who wants to do physical products or a book, maybe go look up your niche on Amazon and see what products and what things draw you in on there. And I want you to take a note. What is the vibe? What stories did they tell? What type of helpful content? What did they help you with? What did it make you feel like? Because really, you want to then create products and content that help your ideal client feel their core desired emotions, even if it takes them 2% out of their low state and gets them 2% closer towards their core desired emotions. That's what you want to do. You want to, for you guys, I want to help you alleviate overwhelm. I want to help you simplify this process that can seem overwhelming and information overload, and have you spinning by giving you really clear and direct action and exercises. I want to empower you guys and let you know that you can do it. And also let you know like what it really looks like behind the scenes, and you're not alone. And it would be weird if you didn't have horrible, shitty days and if you didn't want to quit. I'd be very concerned for you if you didn't want to quit sometimes, even in like the first 3 years, even once a week. To me, that means you're not all in and you don't really care. And that means it's not really, you're not going after your true purpose if you don't feel those things. If you were like, well, if it works, it works. It doesn't, and doesn't. Those are not people that I accept in my 2-month program. Those are not people I can help. I want the people who are really passionate and it has to work. And you are so frustrated and pissed that it's not been working and you're banging your head against the wall and it's not connecting and you don't know why and you don't know if it's you. And maybe you're not meant to do this. And God, maybe people think I'm an idiot and I don't have enough credentials or I don't look a certain way. I'm not like, I haven't traveled to Bali. I don't drink celery juice on the regular. Maybe it's me. Those are the people I want when you're self-doubting, questioning yourself, spinning, wanting more, not understanding why it's not connecting. That's because you fucking care. It's because you care. Thank God you care. I don't want you sitting and staying in that state because it's not productive. But if you're never in that state, at least once a week, I'm concerned. If you're staying stuck in that state, I'm also concerned because we need to take action to get out of it. And it's like, why are you resisting help? Why are you resisting hiring help? Really. And I mean, we could go down a whole nother path with that. So really get to know, just like you love knowing all the nuances about your significant other, your bestie, right? Like, if your bestie's a morning person, if they're an evening person, how they behave on their bad days, how they are on their good days, what things they like to eat, what they don't like to eat, what they laugh at, what they don't think is funny, what annoys them, what kind of stuff do they consume, where do they hang, what social media platforms do they hang out on? What magazines do they read? What blogs do they read? What influencers do they follow? What celebrities do they love? What are their favorite TV shows? That's what I want you to do with your ideal client to that extent. That is your fucking job. That really is your job. And then the secondary part is you're going to create products and service offerings and content that support that ideal client and give them what they believe that they need to help get them closer to their core desired feelings. That is what a great business does. Whether you are selling pizza, you are selling socks, you are selling business services, you're a virtual assistant, it does not matter to me. It all is an emotional sale and you need to get deeper with it. If you feel you need more help with this, I mean, this is a great start, but you want me to lead you through this and get you crystal clear. And once you're crystal clear on this, all you have to do is keep working that muscle, and keep staying in that state. It's kind of like if you hire a closet organizer, which I've had this done, and they come and totally organize your closet, and it's a very easy system for you to follow. And all you have to do is make sure you hang up your clothes back in the right, in the right place. And it can stay like that for many years. That's what I do for you guys. By the way, if anyone knows a professional organizer that does home offices that is in the Los Angeles area, please DM me. Or have them DM me, more importantly. They would have to have some before and after pictures because I need to see if we're on the same vibe. I'm not getting on a call without seeing before and after pictures. But I need that because it really does work. It's like someone has like started out and laid the foundation and all you have to do is keep plug and play. That's what I do when it comes to helping you find a profitable niche that really excites you and aligns with your purpose, and also how to get really clear on the inner workings of that ideal client. This way, you're never really having to sell. You just share your products and share your content and the people fucking convert. They just do. They convert. Your job is to show up and keep sharing it. Yes, but you're not coming from a place of really selling. You're just sharing. because it already matches what they want and you know it's going to work. And so therefore your vibe is high, if that makes sense. I'm already sold out this week for my private 90 business strategy sessions, but I do have more dates and times up for other weeks in February. So you know you want to do a private 90-minute business strategy session with me and nail these things down. Stop spinning your wheels. I know many of you have had a lot of high intentions for quarantine life. And now we're we're in the fourth quarter of 2020 and you've really not moved the needle at all. It's time to get off your ass and do something. These 90-minute sessions, I've priced them incredibly low. I will be raising the price very soon. They're $497. I've made them low enough so that even people who are newer in their business can make this investment. It's a tax write-off anyway. So it's crazy for you to not take advantage of that and so that you can have that clarity. I have tons of testimonials. I don't even need to tell you that, but they're in the highlight section on my Instagram bio. So you can go check that out. And of course, DM me with any questions. And wishing you guys great health, wealth, and worth as always. Talk to you soon. If you enjoyed this podcast, please write a 5-star review on iTunes. Not only will this make me super happy, but it will allow more listeners to find our special show. Simply help me help others.